Thank you for checking out our YouTube channel, and don't forget to subscribe and like. And please visit us at barrykibrick.com, where you'll see all the ways that you can become a patron of our mission and help us continue to build a community of seekers who quest for knowledge, information, and most importantly, wisdom. Val, we talked a little bit about it in the episode, but when I ended the show with these words, be anxious for nothing and grateful for all things, I want to show the viewers how you literally took the wisdom that you wrote here for us and imbibed it within yourself when you found out you had breast cancer.
Yes, I will never ever forget getting the call from my doctor that I had a very aggressive form of breast cancer. And when I hung up the phone, I heard very clearly, be anxious for nothing and grateful for all things. And whether you or your listeners translate that as cosmic energy or the universe speaking, I translated that as to God speaking to me. And I went home and I told my husband the not so great news about having breast cancer. And I said, but get this, I heard be anxious for nothing and grateful for all things. And he said to me, that's from the Bible. I grew up Greek Orthodox. The Bible was in ancient Greek. I didn't read the Bible. I had not read the Bible. And so he says, go look it up. So I went and I looked it up. And in black and white, and my world just stopped. It says in Philippians 4, be anxious for nothing. And then paraphrased, grateful for all things. And I heard this before I ever read it. So I knew it was a commandment, but I didn't know how I was going to obey the commandment because I'd just been told I had a potential life-threatening disease. And I went to the doctor the next day, my oncologist, and she met me with this massive smile on her face. And she said, had you been diagnosed 10 years earlier, we had absolutely nothing for you. If you choose, there's the choice word again, if you choose to get chemotherapy for a year and surgery, I know it's going to work. And at that moment, I understood the commandment of how I was not going to be anxious was through gratitude. And I understood in my head that I didn't have to get chemotherapy. I got to get chemotherapy because I lived at a time that has the chemo, and I live in a country that has the chemo, and I have a job that's going to help me pay for this chemo. I don't have to get chemo. I get to get chemo. And that realization of shifting that word, have to get to, has changed every moment of my life since my diagnosis.
Oh, you even, when you describe even, you made it as if, oh, I'm going to the spa to get my chemo. I mean, you really embraced that philosophy.
Absolutely. And I called it my chemo spa. And I would tell my student athletes, I'm not going to be here tomorrow, I'm going to my chemo spa. And they thought I was just trying to be up for them. And I said, oh, heck no. A spa is somewhere you go to get better. I am going to get chemotherapy to get better. I am so lucky I get to go to my chemo spa.
Val, that is why you are, according to the Pac-12, one of the greatest coaches of the century. Your advice and your wisdom. And thank you so much for sharing it with us all.
Thank you.
My pleasure.